If you've stumbled across this video, you're probably trying to figure out how to launch your first Facebook ad campaign for your dropshipping store. Well, over the past few years, I've made over $13.5 million with Shopify e-commerce, generated well over 100,000 orders, and spent millions on Facebook and Instagram ads profitably. And so I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set up your first campaign and launch it so you can get sales profitably. Usually when you first start running ads, your account is going to be capped with a daily spending limit. You can view this inside of the billing section of Business Manager. To view this, head to business.facebook.com, and if it takes you to a page that looks like this, you want to click on this menu icon up here and go to Billing and Payments. If it takes you to a page that looks like this, which is Meta Business Suite, which you've been using before, you want to click on All Tools, and then click on Billing and Payments. When that loads up, it'll take you to a screen that looks like this. You want to click on your account here that you've set up for your brand. And then you'll see here, daily spending limit set by Meta, and it has the amount listed there. So right now on this particular ad account, we can only spend $75 per day, $75.44. And so we can't spend more than that. So if we set our ad budget at say $80 per day, it's not going to spend all of it. It will only spend up to 75. And this will consistently increase over time, but this is just the way of checking what your spend limit is when you're first starting out, and this will be the most that you can spend daily on ads. This isn't ideal, but I think it is helpful for beginners so you don't overspend when you first start. As you spend more and more money on Facebook ads each day, they will slowly increase your limit. If you want to have it increased more quickly, you can also reach out to Meta support and ask them, and they may grant it. To do that, we're just going to go back to this page that we were on before, and you'll see this option in the top right hand side that says business verification. And this is a way that you can have your daily spend limit increased by verifying that you're a legitimate business. So we're going to click on verify business, and it's going to ask us how much we would like to spend on ads. Now, we don't want to put it all the way up to the top because over time, maybe in the future, you will want to spend that much because your brand's growing so much. But for now, we're just going to put it down to $200 per day. And that means we're not going to have limits as we start increasing our spend and trying to scale. So I'm going to hit next. And just because we've set this doesn't mean you actually have to spend this much. This will just be our limit. And we just want to make sure that we get approved for this so we can have that increase. It's going to say here to verify your business. You build trust by verifying that your business is legitimate and also confirming your identity. So we're going to click on next. And then you're just going to follow the prompts that it walks you through here. So we're going to click on get started. Where is your business located? You're going to select the country that you have registered your business in. Once you have entered in your business details, it's going to check the records of businesses that have been registered and ask you to confirm which one is yours. So we can see ours is here. We're going to click on that and click next. And if it couldn't find a registered business under the details you provided, it's going to ask you to add some supporting documents. And here we need to verify the legal business name. So we're going to select this and we can see all of the options of documents that we can submit. A bank statement, so this is something you can request from your bank. If you're using Airwallex, then you can download it inside of your Airwallex account in the documents section. Business registration or license document. So when you got your Australian business number, you may have received a PDF document that basically confirms you have registered the business. If you're in the US, you may have your articles of incorporation or any of these other suitable documents. So you want to select the one that you have available and then continue with the verification process. If you don't have any of these, the easiest one to get will probably be the business bank statement. You just reach out to your bank and you say, hey, I need a statement, or just Google how to download bank statement from insert your bank. And so we're going to go ahead and do business registration or license document because I do have that saved away, but you choose the option that suits you. Now just keep following the steps to complete the rest of the verification. Depending on what options you selected throughout this, your screens that you see might look a little bit different, but just follow exactly what it's asking for, provide any required documents and any business information, and then just continue through the process. And there we go. Once we've submitted all of that information, we're going to get this thank you screen. And it says it might take about 2 working days to review the submission, and they'll update the verification status after the review is complete. And so you'll be notified via email if you have received this verification. And there's also another way that you can check inside of your account. So we're going to click on Done. Then we're going to click on the menu icon and go to Business Settings. On the left-hand side, scroll down until you see Business Info. And then in here, you'll see Business Verification Status listed here. And it says In Review. And so you can check back on this every day and just see what the status is. If you have a little green circle and it says Verified, then you're good to go and your spend limit will have increased. Otherwise, if it says rejected, it's going to tell you why, and then you can resubmit the proper business information to get it verified. To create your first ad campaign, you're going to go into adsmanager.facebook.com. And when you're in here, make sure that the ad account you created for your brand is selected right here. Here, we're going to click Create. We're going to scroll down and click Sales Campaign and click Continue. And if it asks us what options we want to choose from, always choose Manual Sales Campaign for now. Hit Continue. In the campaign name, we're going to use this template. So we're going to put top of funnel, followed by the name of the product, followed by testing, followed by the break-even ROAS. This is the minimum ROAS we have to get on our ad campaigns for it to be profitable. So first of all, we're going to add the product name. I'm going to put in showerhead. This isn't publicly visible. Customers don't see this. This is just what you see on the back end, so you know what campaign is for what product. And the break-even ROAS that we got from the KPI calculator that I shared with you in the last video was 1.3. Scrolling down, if use a catalog is turned on, we want to make sure we turn that off. I want to make sure both of these options are off as well. So that's the campaign level. So this is what houses all of your targeting and the creative that you use. Then we move into the ad set level. This is where we include information about the targeting, who we want to see the ad. For now, we're going to leave the ad set name. We'll fill it in just a second. We're going to scroll down here, make sure website is selected. Make sure the pixel is selected as well for your brand. And then for conversion event, click on that and then click purchase. This is what Facebook will deem as a conversion. So we want it to be purchases. That's what we want Facebook to get for us, is people buying our products. If anything pops up like this, just ignore it. You don't need to enter in any more information. Then when it comes to your budget, you're going to change it to $10 per day. Your total daily spend at the beginning is going to be $50 per day spread across 5 ad sets. So for this ad set, it's going to be $10 per day. For the start date, we want to select tomorrow and we want to set it as midnight. So this means the ads are launched and they have a full day to run. One mistake that people make is that they don't set the start date. And so the ads might go live in the evening time, your time, and then Facebook is just rushing to spend your daily budget in the final few hours of a day. That's not what we want, and it's not a good way to start off your ad campaigns. So instead, set it like this for the next day and set the scheduled time as midnight. Now we'll scroll down and we're going to click on Switch to Original Audience Options. And click Use Original Audience. First, you want to set the location that you're selling to. For us, it is people in Australia. For age and gender breakdowns, I'm just going to adjust the age one to be from 22 plus, and then leave the rest at 65 plus. I'm not going to adjust the genders at all. Now this is where we add the interest. So this is something that a Facebook user is interested in, which means they might be interested in our product too. So I'm going to type in health and we'll see what options we get. So we could look at people who are focused on their health, improving their health, health and wellness. There could also be other angles for skin health or improving their hair or other related interests. So here we're going to do health and wellness. And we're going to click on that. It's probably a very solid interest to start with. Then in the ad set name, we're going to put audience, testing, and go health and wellness, which is the audience that we're going to be targeting. Once that's done, we're going to go to the ad level. This is what someone will see on their Facebook or Instagram feed. This is the creative and the copy that we've created in the previous lessons. First, you'll select your brand's Facebook page. And because you've already connected it to your Instagram account, it should load up there as well. Otherwise, just click on the drop down and select it. For ad sources, we're going to ignore that. Ad setup, you can leave as is, manual upload, single image or video, and you can leave multi-advertiser ads on. Now, this is the section where we can add in the video ad that you made earlier in this phase, as well as the primary text, the headline, and the description that I told you to write. So I've just uploaded our two pieces of ad creative, C1 and C2, into Meta Business Manager. And then we're going to use C1 for now. Hit next and just hit done. We don't need to adjust anything. Now that we've added in creative number 1, we're going to go to add name and type in C1. Going to scroll down, and this is where we're going to copy in our primary text, our headline, and our description that we created in an earlier video. So we're going to go back to our ads page that I showed you how to make previously. You're going to grab your primary text, copy it, and paste it in there. That's looking good. And click on see more and make sure that everything displays. The link there is looking good as well. Make sure that your dot points, your bullet points, don't go over 2 lines. They should only be 1 line, just like this. For headline, we're going to copy that and go and paste it in here. And then for description, we're going to copy that and paste it in here. And there we go. For the call to action button, we're going to change from learn more to shop now. We're going to leave promo codes off, and this is where we get to include our website link. So you want to link directly to your primary product page. So paste in your full URL. Scroll down. If it says your pixel is not active, don't worry. If you've followed the steps like I've walked you through in the training so far, it will have been connected properly. It just hasn't got anybody going to it yet. Then in the URL parameters section down the bottom, you're going to paste in the text that I've included in the resource sheet for this video. This is just going to help with tracking and make sure that all the data that we need gets back to Facebook so we know what ad and what ad set generated sales for us. And there you go, you've added your first ad. The next thing to do is click on these dots here and click duplicate. Original campaign, number of copies as 1 and hit duplicate. And we're going to add in your second video ad. So I'm going to change this to C2. And the only thing we need to change here, because we duplicate it, is click remove all in the media section. Then go add media, add video, and then select C2, which we uploaded before, and add that one in. There we go, we've added in that creative. And so what we want to do now is actually go ahead and publish this because we want to use what is called the post ID for these ads in our other ad sets. By using the same post ID across all of your ad sets, that means that all of your comments and engagement are going to stack together. So it's going to improve the performance of everything. And that means all of these different interests are all pointing to these ads with loads of comments and social proof, and they just get better and better over time. If you were just to duplicate this now, then you're not going to save your social proof. And in the early days, social proof is everything on your ads. It could be the make or break thing between your ads working or not. And so once you've done this, you've created this campaign, you've set it up as I've walked you through here, what you're going to do is go ahead and click on publish. And there we go, that has been published. Now it's not going to start running straight away because we did set the schedule for it to start later. But if we go into the ads view, it's now going to go through a few different phases. Right now it's in processing, then it will go to in review, and because we scheduled it, it'll then go to scheduled. And then when it is running, it'll say active. If any of your ads get rejected, then it will list that here as well and you'll be notified. If they reject it, just review the ad policies. They will tell you what policy your ad has violated. If you don't agree with their decision and you say, look, it's just a mistake, this ad is completely fine, you can request a manual review and they will re-look at it and make sure that it wasn't a mistake. Otherwise, if you have made a mistake in your ad that got it rejected, then go and make the changes to the ad and then delete the rejected one in here and add the new one in. Now what we're going to do is go to the ad sets level and we're going to click on duplicate on that ad set there. And we're going to click on duplicate with current settings and hit continue. Hit duplicate. So I'm going to remove the name at the top, remove the health and wellness because we're going to choose a new audience for this one to target. But before we go and do that, we're going to update the ads. So click into C1 and then scroll down. And in the ad setup section, we want to change it from create ad to use existing post. And here we'll keep scrolling down. And then we'll see this section called Add Creative and an option to select a post. Right now it's pre-selected it for me, so I'm just going to click Change Post. Now in here, you're going to see the ads that you just published just before. And so in here we can see this is C1, it's already been added, and this is the way that we select it and also use the exact same ad with the same comments that will come from it and everything else in this ad set too. And so I'm going to click on this one and then click Continue. And you'll see that it adds it in here, the same video, the same ad copy. And when the first one gets comments or this one gets comments, then every place where this ad is used like this will also display those comments too. So it stacks across all of these different audiences that you end up targeting. And the good thing is you don't need to add anything else. All the information has been filled in correctly because we're using that existing post. And you can leave multi-advertiser ads turned on by default too. So we're just going to repeat that process with C2 as well. Click into it, change it from create ad to use existing post. Scroll down. We'll select that post and we can see C2 has been displayed here. Now, if this doesn't display for you once you have published your campaign and your first ad set with the ads inside of it, just wait 5 minutes and then refresh your tab. And then when you go in here, you'll see them listed. So I'm going to click on that, click continue. It's going to add it in there for us, all of the ad copy, the video. And if you see that the URL parameters are missing at the bottom of this ad section, go back into C1 or C2 from your initial ad set, scroll down, select all of this, and then you can just go back in and paste it in. And now we're going to go back to our ad set level and we're going to set the interest that we're going to be targeting. So in total, we need 4 interests that we're going to target that are relevant to who our target customer would be. And then we're going to have one that is just broad, targeting everybody in the country that we're selling to. Whenever you run Facebook ads, they have a bot that goes through your website, that goes through your ads, through everything to understand what you're selling. First of all, if it violates any policies, and if it doesn't, they're also just going to check what you're selling, so then they can target people the best. And so even if we give it a broad audience, like just Australia-wide, no interest-based targeting, it can still get incredible results. So before we do that, we're just going to add some more interest-based audiences. Now, what I like to do here, now that we've added our first one, is we can click on suggestions, and this will give us some new targetable interests that we can select from. So there's one that popped up here that grabbed my interest, personal care. So I'm going to select that one, go up to the ad set name and type in personal care. Now what you're going to do is click these dots, click duplicate. And we want to duplicate it 3 more times because we've already added the post IDs for this ad set. So if we duplicate it, it's going to make sure that the same post IDs are used across the rest. Then we're going to click on the first one that we just duplicated, go to suggestions and choose a new interest. Look through this, don't rush this bit. Look through, find the ones that are most relevant. Have a think about your target customer. What are they interested in? What's important to them? Here, it's giving us some great suggestions. So I'm going to go with skincare because this product obviously helps with that. So we're going to go up here, change that to skincare. We need one more interest to target. We'll scroll down, suggestions. Then I'm going to click on spas. I think that would be an interesting one. Put that in there, spas. And then the last one we're just going to do as broad. So you can just type in broad. And then down here in the interests, just remove the one that's in there. And this will just target a broad audience. Now that you've done all that, hold shift, click the first ad set. And then the last one here that is in green, the new ones that you've created and haven't published yet, and then click publish in the bottom right. If it asks you to approve a temporary hold, just say yes, that's fine. That's just going to put a small charge on your card to validate that the card is real for your business. Great, temporary hold approved. Now it's going to go ahead and publish our new ad sets and our new ads. So congratulations, you have now created and launched your first Facebook ad campaign. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. And as you know, there's plenty more things that go into creating a winning dropshipping store. And I've actually made a free 6.5-hour YouTube video, course video, that walks you through everything step by step from start to finish. So I'll leave that up on the screen now. Go and watch that. It'll walk you through everything.